This is what the agents graph looks like. This is if you owned one of every single agent in CS2. Now, obviously, you can see here, these things peaked back in early October, and the past 2 months have pretty much just been a lot of downward or flat momentum for agents overall. So in this video today, we're going to be talking about why agents have dropped over the past couple months, what the future has in store, and if maybe right now is a great opportunity to buy the dip, and if you can maybe make some money off of this agent crash that we've seen over the past 2 months. Today's video is sponsored by Skins Monkey, an automated CS2 trading platform where you can turn your skins into new ones simple and easy. All you have to do is click on the skins that you want to get rid of, click on the skins that you want, and then click trade items. Now, if you don't have enough balance for the items you want, you can use code GERM to get up to $5 free bonus on your first trade. You can also use that same code GERM to get a 5% extra deposit bonus on top of the 30% deposit bonus that Skins Monkey is already offering. So there's really no reason to not go check out Skins Monkey with that first link in the description below today. So right now, there's a ton of agents whose graphs look like this in the past month. Now, again, pretty flat overall. This is Elite Trapper Solman, and the interesting thing about him is he is one of the agents that saw the biggest upward trend and the biggest upward movement during that rise that we saw in agents in the September-October range. Again, he was up 232% at one point, up to $67. I mean, that's insane. Because at some points, you know, Miami Darryl was like the most expensive agent at like 70 or 80 bucks, but to know Soul Trapper or Trapper Solman got up to $67 is crazy. Now, again, he is down to $33 since September. His price has almost been cut in half, and this is one of the more volatile up and down movements we've seen. But there's a ton of agents that look like this. There is some agents that are still holding up well and are doing pretty okay. This is honestly Sir Bloody Miami Darryl. We've seen up 5% in the past month. And if we zoom out a little bit on him, he hasn't really seen the crash back down. He peaked at a price of around, these are Steam prices, but around $179. And today he's at $171. He has not seen much of a drop off. And to me, one of the biggest takeaways here is the top end agents, not just necessarily the most expensive agents, but the most unique, the best looking agents that actually have genuine demand, agents that people actually want to buy and hold and use and collect. Those agents are holding up their value a lot better. We can continue to look at some other agents like Number K. Yeah, he's down 3% in the past month, but if we zoom out a little bit, again, he has definitely seen a drop off going from 85 to 73, but nowhere near the drop off that the Elite Trapper Solman saw. We have stuff like Getaway Sally. She's been rivaling Miami Darryl as one of the most expensive agents in the games as of late. Again, she's up 18% in the past month. And if we look at this thing, she's actually close to her all-time highs right now. I mean, she has held up very, very, very well. Now, obviously, why does Getaway Sally hold up well? Because she's a popular female agent. There's not a ton of female agents out there. If you want to get a female agent, you only have so many choices. So having the Getaway Sally there actually provides some genuine demand and a reason to actually purchase her. We can look at some other stuff like Safecracker Voltzman. He's down about 10% in the past month. And again, if we zoom out to here, he was at 28 at his peak, and now he's down to about 20. He's seen a bigger drop off. Now, Safecracker Voltzman, I think, does have a unique look, a unique vibe and style and everything, but I don't think he's one of the agents that people are really buying for, like, loadouts or a really, really sick agent or anything like that. I think some of his upward movement was in some of the just overall hype and speculation. I think people were really trying to invest and make a bunch of money in the agent pump and stuff like that. And if we kind of continue to look at some of the other ones, again, Trapper Solman, I actually think he's a cool, unique, different agent. I think he has a cool look. I like the change. I like the bling. I think some people actually do use him for loadout and stuff, but he was definitely one of these agents that got caught up in this pump. We have Medium Rare Crashwater. He's down 5% in the past month. He's another one who is down pretty significantly from those all-time highs at about $30 down to about $25 right now. But again, he's unique. He's different. He's like a shirtless, big, strong, ripped guy, whatever. He has some different things about him. He maybe has some reasons to still be up there a little bit. We have Bloody Darryl, the strap, down 8% in the past month. Pretty crazy here, down from $65 to $50. But some of the more crazier ones, like Soldier Phoenix, this guy, such a not unique, such a basic, such a nothing agent, like could almost be a default skin, almost kind of looks like a default skin. He's down 16% just in the past month. He has been a huge part of this crash. And there's obviously a couple other Soldier agents and stuff like that. But again, the peak here was $9. We're now down to $4.89. So another one where the prices almost got cut in half. And to me, this makes a ton of sense because again, Miami Darryl, I get why people would want him. He's got the cool clothes, he's got the mask, he's got the watch, he's got different things, he's got a lot of cool things going for him. He looks different, unique. When you see a Miami Darryl in game, you're like, damn, that's a cool agent. That's something I might want to own. That's something different. And if I saw Soldier Phoenix in game, I might not even know that it's an agent skin. I might not even know that it's anything. And the fact that stuff like this went from $2 up to $9, like I think so much of that is speculation. So much of that was people trying to make money. So much of that was people investing and pushing these prices higher when they necessarily shouldn't have been, because there's a couple of things you need to keep in mind for agents. That one, they are not consumable. So even when people are purchasing them and playing with them and using them, the supply of them is not dropping. They are not being consumed. They are not going away. The supply is remaining the same. Now, obviously, it is good for agents that right now no new agents are being created, because obviously all the agents we have in the game are operation items, which were created during the operation and then aren't being created anymore. So at least the supply isn't increasing of agents, but you also have the fact that it's not decreasing. So people can use these, even if people think agents are really cool or whatever, they can buy whatever agent they want, they can use it for some time, and then they can sell it off, and it still remains in circulation. It still remains out there. And that's why I think we've seen some of these ups and downs. People maybe deciding, hey, agents are cool, I want to use some agents. They use them for a little bit, and then they sell them off when they don't want them anymore. And that definitely prevents things from going up. And honestly, being non-consumable is definitely a big negative in the CS investing world. There's some people who will not even invest or touch anything that is non-consumable or does not have a overall decreasing supply, which, like I said, agents do not. Now, hey, you have maybe some people forgetting about their accounts or getting banned, or some of them getting lost to time or whatever, but those are very, very minuscule numbers. The supply is dropping very, very small. You have equally people, maybe returning to the game and bringing back agents that were maybe locked away and stuff like that. Who knows? So yeah, I don't know. I thought it was pretty crazy. I think once we saw stuff like the Soldier Phoenix, increasing 400% or 300% or whatever in a couple of weeks, that this did start to become kind of like a mini bubble. I'm not surprised we saw a crash. I'm not surprised we saw a drop. Again, you guys know a couple months ago I made a video that said I was selling all my agents because I thought things were getting too ridiculous and too crazy. Now, obviously, the question here is this an opportunity to buy the dip? Is there any money to be made with agents? And again, it's weird and it's hard. And honestly, I don't think so. Right now, I'm not buying agents. I don't think this is necessarily a great opportunity to buy agents or anything like that. One, because obviously if we zoom out, we can see that in the past 3 months, agents are still up. If you bought all the agents in September, at the beginning of September, you're still up pretty good from, $861 to $1,100. So yeah, we've seen a crash over the past 2 months, but over the past 3 months and like on the all-time graph, agents are still up pretty massively. And in some ways, I think they are overpriced, maybe even a little bit. And you have to remember that there are definitely plenty of risks that come with agents. Again, one of the big negatives with agents is that they're non-consumable. The number 2 risk with agents is the fact that we could get new agents. Whenever new agents come out, in some ways that will increase the demand for all agents, because people will be like, oh, agents are cool. And if people start using new agents in a weird way, that can actually increase demand for the older agents, because people just start to realize that agents are actually cool and fun and they want to get some of the other ones. They want to get in collecting them. But also the negative there is that if a new, cooler agent comes out, that can really decrease some of the demand on those older agents as well. Right now, Miami Darryl, he's the coolest, he's the best, he's the most expensive agent. But say all of a sudden some super Darryl comes out that all of a sudden everybody wants, and he's way cooler and way sicker than Miami Darryl. Hey, Miami Darryl all of a sudden isn't the best or coolest agent anymore. Those prices are going to drop. And then the third really, really big risk and thing that I'm most worried about for agents possibly is the leaks and hints and stuff that we've gotten about Valve potentially bringing agent customization to the game. Now, again, I don't necessarily know how that would work. There's a chance agent customization could help agent prices. If you have a chance to, customize certain agents and make them even cooler, and, you can turn your Miami Darryl into this really awesome, even cooler Miami Darryl, whatever. But you also have the opportunity that, agent customization means you can take your default agent, or you can take even some trash agents and make them really cool with some of the right customizations or clothing changes or whatever. And overall, that could really, really hurt agent price. So there's a couple of different ways that could go. I don't know if agent customization is ever going to come out. I don't know what it would look like if it does ever come out, but there has been some leaks and teases and rumors that agent customization or something like that is in some of the game files and something Valve could be considering and could drop at some point in the future. So to me, agent prices are still up massively. I think they're still probably overpriced. Again, do I really think too many real players of the game are going to be dropping? $5 isn't too bad, but $5 for a Soldier Phoenix that looks like a default agent skin, I don't know if that sounds too attractive to people. Do I think $51 for a Bloody Darryl is like that great of a price? No, not really. Do I think for Safecracker Voltman that I would want to pay $20, to get this guy. I don't really know. And then, at some point, agent prices do start to become too expensive, even for the average person, average player. Yeah, they might not be too expensive for investors or collectors with multi-$1,000 inventory and stuff like that. But is the average player really going to come on and buy $171 Miami Darrell? I don't know. I have some of my doubts about that as well. I think overall agent prices have probably shot up a little bit too high. I probably think they need to come down even more, and probably think they should come back down even more, because I think they ultimately, at the end of the day, do need to be affordable for the average player to actually be able to buy them and use them. But I also think it's interesting tracking agent prices, because again, people have been saying that they're overpriced for a long time, but the graphs on a lot of these things have looked very, very good. Again, Miami Darrell, his graph looks insane. He's had insane gains, and you've been able to make a ton of money off him. So again, I'm not saying agents can't go up more. I'm not saying agents won't go up more. I'm just saying for me right now, I'm not investing in agents. I'm staying away. I think there's just better places to put your money in the markets right now. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.